Okay, let's get started. Shoot, which phone number is it?
Well, hi.
Hi, Papa. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
I was wondering if we could, if I could record you telling your story about how you united the school despite all the gangs when you were in high school.
Oh, sure. I'd be happy to do that. I just happened to be in the right place at the right time at that time.
Yeah.
Or in the wrong place earlier.
Hi!
Hi.
You brought California weather.
Weather.
Our bad.
Oh, and we are needing it very badly. How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
You need to interview somebody that's unlike anyone else. So there he is. Okay, I won't call him.
We were gonna call you up, but we found you.
Have a seat.
Well, I was gonna have you have a seat, and then I was gonna set up my camera. But
Oh, okay. So where do you want me to sit?
um,
I could be an old person sitting in a rocking chair. Do you want it real smooth? Or do you want it wild?
oh no, it's okay. I can edit. Yeah, I love it. I'd love it wild. I'd love it however you want to give it to me.
However you want to give it to me. Uh-oh. I didn't realize this was going to be a photo session. I put my makeup on or something.
No, you look good. You look good. You look good. Just don't want you like cranking your neck all the way to the side, basically.
My mom called me Billy. My name is William C. Ashby. The C is my mom's maiden name, which is Card. Anyway, so I learned what the gang culture, learned to make little things like zip guns and chains with razor blades on and things, things like this that are not nice to have around. They decided to combine 3 schools into one. I was the spokesman that introduced the principal and some of the counselors and some of the other people at the school. I then started doing the public address announcements for the whole school. So I was the only person in the whole school that everybody knew. I was accidentally put in as the acting student body president. The school had 3 gangs that had been brought in from the 3 different schools. And having been in a gang, I understood a little bit about what the gangs wanted. And since I was setting up everything but the Glee Club, I put one of the clubs in charge of the concessions for the football game, another one in charge of the concessions for the basketball game. And I don't remember what I did with the third, but it was something similar to that, knowing that they didn't do much dancing, but they would, if they had responsibility, they would serve. They were a little rough on some of the kids sometimes, forced them to buy sodas they didn't want to buy right then. About 3 months into the school year, somebody drove by the school and shot the school up. And so I asked the 3 leaders of the gangs to come in, and we said, "This is your school. Could you take care of this problem?" And they said they could. They did. 2 weeks later, a boy in a neighboring town's car burned, and he ended up in the hospital for a while. We didn't have any more drive-bys. I guess the word went out. The gangs worked very well. They didn't compete with each other because each of them had areas that they had responsibility in and were given credit for what they did. They did raise twice as much money as we anticipated on concessions. I'm not really sure how they did that, but they managed to. Anyway, that's kind of the brief you wanted.
Yeah, that was perfect. Was this still in Connecticut?
Yes, that was Andrew Ward High School, Bridgeport, Connecticut. Or I guess it was actually Fairfield, Connecticut.
And that would have been like about 1957?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I just remember growing up and hearing these and not really knowing which were true and which were exaggerated, but I don't remember what story it was, but I walked away from one once, and my mom just went, "There's no way that story's real," in her, kind of waspish way, but I don't remember what story it was, so I believe you. I think it was real. Well, thank you.
Come back, we need some more stories.
Yeah, I know. I've said it before. I still want to record all your stories. Now I have to just make sure. To the camera.